Hello students. Bharat Our Land is a vibrant patriotic ode featured in the class 9 CBSE NCERT textbook Kaveri. Written with a grand celebratory tone, the poem acts as an inspirational tribute that highlights India's unmatched geographical wonders, deep spiritual wisdom, and glorious historical heritage. Through structured refrains and rhetorical questions, it invites readers to feel a collective sense of pride and devotion toward their motherland. In this video, we are going to cover line by line explanation of the entire poem along with word meanings and literary devices. Let us start. Subramanya Bharati, widely revered as Mahakavi Bharati, was a legendary Tamil poet, journalist, and freedom fighter. Renowned for his bold, passionate, and remarkably simple writing style, he utilized poetry as a powerful tool to ignite patriotism during the Indian independence movement. His literary works extensively celebrate nationalism, social reform, and the timeless cultural continuum of India. The first stanza reads as, "The mighty Himawant is ours. There's no equal anywhere on earth. The generous Ganga is ours. Which other river can match her grace? The sacred Upanishads are ours. What scriptures else to name with them? This sunny golden land is ours. She's fearless. Let's praise her." Here, the poet wants to tell us that Himawant refers to the grand Himalayan mountains. Mighty means here powerful or majestic. The poet proudly claims that these giant peaks stand as a shield and symbol of timeless strength of India. Generous means giving freely or selfless. Grace indicates elegance and beauty. Here the poet refers the river Ganga, personified as a motherly, giving entity providing water and sustaining millions of lives. Next, the poet has also mentioned Upanishads here. Upanishads are ancient sacred texts detailing deep philosophical truths, and scriptures here mean the holy religious writings. The poet asserts that no other philosophical works worldwide match their spiritual depth. Next, the poet has also mentioned sunny golden land. Here it symbolizes a region rich in cultural brilliance, prosperity, and natural warmth. Peerless means here matchless or without equal. Let us check the literary devices quickly. In the line, "There's no equal anywhere on earth," the poet has used hyperbole because he has exaggerated to emphasize the absolute grandeur of the Himalayas. He has also used personification in the generous Ganga, giving the human quality of generosity and motherly kindness to a river. Also, he has referred India as she treats the nation as a mother figure. There are two rhetorical questions here. Which other river can match her grace? And what scriptures else to name with them? These questions are asked to emphasize a point rather than gathering information, forcing the reader to agree that India is unique. Next, there is sunny golden land. Now students, it can be referred as metaphor as well as imagery that creates a vivid visual picture of prosperity and radiant glory. Last, from these lines, refrain. "She's fearless, let's praise her." A repeated phrase that acts like a musical chorus, strengthening the poem's patriotic vibe. I hope students you have underlined and noted down everything that I have mentioned, because these things are going to help you while understanding the poem nicely and also while framing your answers and attempting reference to context question answers. Let us proceed to the next stanza. In the next stanza, the poet has written, "Gallant warriors have lived here. Many a sage has sanctified this land. The divinest music has been heard here, and here all auspicious things are found." Let us break this down. Gallant means brave or heroic. Sage refers to wise spiritual teachers here. Sanctified means made holy or pure. So the line balances the external physical protection provided by the soldiers with the internal spiritual purification provided by saints. Next, divinest means most sacred or godly. Auspicious means lucky, favorable, or bringing good fortune. The poet states that India is an absolute hub where soulful classic arts thrive and every noble positive quality of life resides. That's why India is fearless. Now let us quickly check the literary devices of these lines. Here, the poet has used alliteration in the phrase "sage has sanctified," creating a soothing rhythm. Then there is one juxtaposition where the poet has placed gallant warriors together alongside many a sage. physical valor with gallant warrior, and sage where spiritual mastery highlights how the nation is built on both strength as well as peace. Next, the third stanza. Here, Brahma knowledge has taken root, and the Buddha preached his Dhamma here. Of hoary antiquity is Bharat, she is peerless, let's praise her. The poet has mentioned here Brahma knowledge refers to the ultimate spiritual truth or self-realization. That has taken root means firmly established. The land is celebrated as the absolute birthplace of profound theological consciousness. Dhamma implies the moral path of righteousness, peace and duty taught by Lord Buddha. He has preached his first Dhamma here only. Hoary antiquity translates to an incredibly ancient, deeply respected and continuous history. The poem loops back to its rhythmic conclusion, proclaiming Bharat as unparalleled, as fearless, so we should praise our motherland. The literary devices in the last 4 lines. Here again one example of alliteration is there where Brahma knowledge Buddha gives a structured audio cadence. Here B sound is repeated. The frame, she is fearless, let's praise her, closes the poem, driving home a collective call to action for the audience. Because if you notice particularly, the poet ends each stanza with the same line. To conclude, I would like to say, Bharat, our land, works effectively as a passionate patriotic anthem. Instead of focusing on political boundaries, Subramanya Bharati defines India through its timeless natural landscapes, foundational philosophies, and moral champions. By reminding the audience of past greatness, it subtly encourages future generations to uphold values of wisdom, bravery, and unity. I positively hope that the video has enriched your knowledge and has clarified all your doubts. Please stay tuned. In the next videos of mine, I shall be covering chapter 3 onwards, all the chapters and details, line by line explanation, as well as literary devices. Please stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. Please share it with your friends. Thank you.